Hello my lovelies, it's Nisha. So you've been asking me to do a video how I style my hair, and I probably done quite a few of those over the years, but I probably had still my short bob. I also wanted to show you how I make my sides look thicker with the use of clip-in extensions. You're gonna regret this because honestly the struggle is real. This takes me ages, so if you're not into it, please don't leave me comments, oh my god this takes ages. I know, that's why I hate doing it, and I probably do this just once a week. If I just wash my hair and I'm not filming or don't have anywhere special to go, I just blow dry my hair, put it up, and often you see me wearing a wig. That's why I wear wigs, because if I had to do this every day, I would be in a mental hospital and my hair would have fallen out. I've got very fine, thin hair. I've got quite a lot of it, especially at the back. My sides are very thin. My hair also is in need of highlights. My roots are quite big, so anyway, I have washed my hair and I use so many different shampoos. I'm not so bothered about shampoos and conditioners. It's more of the styling stuff. I think today I've used Herbal Essences Ignite My Color shampoo and conditioner. This is like my favorite one. It's cheap and cheerful, smells gorgeous, and I really like how my hair feels after I've washed it in that. And I try loads of high-end shampoos, but I always go back to this one. Okay, so I've washed my hair, I've done my makeup while my hair was in a towel. So the first thing I do is I take like a wide tooth comb. This is from Macadamia, but any wide tooth comb, gently brush my hair through. Okay, oh, it smells so gorgeous. So the first thing I do is use AVEDA Damage Remedy Daily Hair Repair. Right, this is nice and thin, so it's like a leave-in conditioner, and I put this just in my ends. This protects you from heat as well. Okay, the next thing I do is put the AVEDA Thickening Tonic. Now with all hairstyling products, you know, less is more. Especially if you have fine hair, don't saturate it with styling products because it can weigh your hair down. But this is especially for fine hair. So I just lift my hair and just spray it like that, like this. This is supposed to make your hair swell, therefore make it look more thick. Then I use the AVEDA Volumizing Tonic, and this is more for my roots, so to add volume. Because my hair is so fine, my hair gets really flat. I like my hair quite big at the top because I've got quite round face, so the volume is very important for me. So with this I concentrate more on the crown of my head and just at the root. And now I will blow dry my hair till it's almost dry, because I don't want to keep styling very wet hair, because that's very long time with heat on my hair. I've got the Dyson hairdryer. I use it on a very low heat, just a lot of blowing, so my hair dries quite quickly. Also, I will concentrate most of the heat on my roots. I show you what I do here at the top to get a bit more volume. I don't put as much heat on my ends while I'm just roughly drying my hair. So as you saw, I use my hand as a comb and I grab my hair and lift it like this and then dry the roots just to get the lift. So I'm going to go off and dry my hair to the point that I'm ready to style it. Okay, now I am ready to start styling my hair, so I will section it. What I do, I section off like a rectangle at the front of my hair, because you will see later how I style this front, because obviously this hair is the most fragile. So it's just like this, and I'm going to pin it up. Sorry about the lights, but I can't help it. The weather is crazy. The sun is going in and out. I know I say it all the time, but unfortunately this is the reality. So I'm going to leave this bit right to the end, and then I'm just with my fingers sectioning my hair into few sections, probably 3 or 4. The smaller the sections, the quicker, you know, they dry. I just use any of these clips. Okay, I normally style my hair with a round brush and a hairdryer, or for speed, I absolutely love the Babyliss Big Hair. This is so old, I probably need a new one. This is a hairdryer and a round brush in one. It spins both ways, so it's very quick. I've done a review long time ago of this. The only problem with this is because it's got only 2 heat controls. If your hair is quite damaged, you know, the heat is very close, it's coming out of here, so it gives you a lovely finish, but I will use it like on the back of my hair when my hair is stronger, but I don't use it at the front. So can you see, it gives you really nice smooth finish, it gives you volume. I know there is a new one they've just come out from Babyliss. It's a big head, but it doesn't spin, and I don't think I would like that, because then you still have to do all the work, whereas this is doing all the work for you. Yeah, so this is very quick, but make sure that your hair is like 95% dry, so you don't have to use this heat for too long. But as you can see, it gives you lovely smooth finish, gives you body as well, so it's a very handy tool to have. Okay, next section. Now this in US, you have the version of this, but I think Babyliss in US is called Conair, so I will leave you a link to the same tool, but I think it's called Conair. Okay, so if I was going for speed, I carry on with this, but because I'm getting here to my sides, I'm going to use now the brush and a hairdryer, because I can control the temperature more and how close the airflow is to my hair. So I'm going to use the brush and the hairdryer. My roots are horrendous. Also, when I had freshly done roots, I get so much more volume because obviously bleach dries out your hair a bit and gives you, and swells your hair as well, so it gives you a bit more volume. The longer my root, the less volume I get. And I'm not so bothered here about this being really smooth because I will be using a straightener as well. And I know all this is unnecessary, but unfortunately, if I want my hair to look a certain way, this is what I have to do. So this was my last section because, like I said, I'm leaving the top. Can you hear that? That is my front door knocker. It's so windy. It's like a hurricane out there. I will show you later what I do with this. So let me just finish off this and I will come back. Okay, so this is all done now. Now we're going to take care of this. And this is where I want the most volume. Ready? So first I'm going to blast it with air so it's almost dry, like 99% dry. Okay, you are going to laugh. And it's not funny really. But now we're going to use Velcro rollers. And I do this for the volume, and also I don't need to now sit there and constantly apply heat on it because, like I said, you know, this hair here is very fine. So I take the Velcro rollers. I probably will start with, so this is the section that I've put forward. I probably will put one here as well. What you don't know also is why I need so much volume is I've got very flat head. Yes, there is such thing. If I shave my head, I mean, look, I don't have that lovely bump, and I think people don't realize that that's very important. If you have a nice, you know, nicely shaped head with this bump, you probably don't need to do all this because your hair already sits high. I have a very flat head and I have a hole. I've got an indentation like this in my head here. This is something to do with, and well, it was little and my, you know, my soft spot didn't want to fuse. So yeah, so that's another reason I'm doing it. So now I'm taking sections about that big. I'm going to spray on my root the Sebastian Volupte spray, which I use as setting spray. It will just, you know, make the roots a bit sitting higher. I use these little clips to secure my rollers. Please don't ask me how big my rollers are. I will just tell you, the longer your hair, the probably bigger rollers you need. And also depends if you're doing it for a curl, the smaller the roller, the more curl. The bigger the roller, you just get the volume. So I spray this just at the root. So I do probably three or four going back. And then the front one, my fringe, will go forward. There. Now I also want some volume here. So I'm going to put one here And can you see how I over direct the hair? I put it right up because that's what is gonna give you volume. You don't want to roll it down because that will make your root flat. So and then I do a bit bigger ones at this front, the very thin ends, because I definitely don't want to put the brush and heat on it for too long. And that's not even the end of it. So now you've got two options. If you've got time, you walk around for an hour like this till it all dries, or you just blast it with hot air. Just don't put the heat too close to your hair. That's the whole point of using Velcro rollers, so you don't use too much heat. Okay, so I blasted my hair with warm air and then I just walked around and I'm ready to take these out. So make sure they are cool, completely cool. Can you see how much volume that gives you? Look at the top. Can you see? That's what we like. Okay, so now I would do one of two things. I've already shown you this method that I found of, I always forget her name, Harmonized Beauty. I don't know her name. She does all her videos. I got the AVEDA product because of her, and I've also used her technique for getting lasting volume. The only thing is, if you did that all the time, it is quite damaging. I will link it here, that video that I did. If you did it every day, you know, backcombing, heating it, straightening it, that's how I damage my hair basically. So I only do that on special occasions. Normally I would just lightly backcomb this top, straighten my ends, and that would be done. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go off and do this technique because it takes a bit of time. Like I said, if you want to see it, I've got a separate video on that and I will link it here, and then I will come back and show you what I do with the extension. Okay, so I did my straightening. I'm waiting for it to cool down a bit, and then I will just mess it up with my fingers. But let me talk to you now about the extensions. So as you can see, my hair is much longer here than these front bits. To be honest, they have grown a lot since I had it cut, and my hair grows really fast. I've got no problem with that. But I have to keep trimming it because it's so fine, it gets very damaged at the end. So I don't have much hair here at the front, and obviously it's much shorter. So I've started using my Irresistible Me clipping extensions to just here to add myself a bit of thickness and volume. So the ones that I use are these ones. These are the new, you know, I think they call invisible, because as you can see the weft is on like this really thin silicone band which lies very flat to your head and you're not supposed to see it, as opposed to the old ones where the hair is sewn into it. But to be honest, I prefer, I think, these ones, because I had to order the lightest blonde color. And the blonde ones come with that light beigey tape. If you order dark ones, you will have a black dark tape. And if you have dark hair, then you're fine. But these seem to sometimes show. I just remind you that I've put low lights in it and I toned it with a blue shampoo myself to match my own hair. So you can't get the color like this. So, you know, you can always get these extensions, take them to your hairdresser if you can't do it yourself, to match it to your own hair, because this is real hair. Whereas with this, you see, I've done the same thing. I've put low lights and I've given it a bit of a root. And that never shows. They come that long, but obviously what I did, I attached them and then I cut them to match my hair. It's not a very good haircut, but who cares? So I use, so you see it was that long. I've clipped it on and then I cut it to match my hair length. So what I am using, I'm using the 2 clip weft on each side, and sometimes that is enough. But sometimes I've got the 1 clip weft and I might put it like here at the front. It depends. So let me just zhuzh up this bit. I will smooth it later, because God knows what that looks like in the back. I will have to do the back later to go to another mirror. But look at that volume. And yes, I can go off like this, but if I want my hair to look more luscious and thick, I will use these. What I also did, I put here with the permanent marker that this is my left one and this is my right one, so I remember. And what I do, because, you know, when my hair grows, I have to clip it in lower and lower. So I will put it to my hair like this and see roughly where it needs to go, and that's when I will clip it in. I mean, I've got like, look, no hair here, so even to clip these in, it's a nightmare. Okay, can you see the difference? And I can also, because like this is a bit short, but the problem I have with this tape, that's why I think I need to do these ones for the front, because I've got so little hair here that when I clip it here, sometimes you can see it, but let's try it. You see, you can see it, but that's where the back combing and hairspray comes in. Okay, can you see the difference? So that's whenever you see me when I've just done my hair and you look so full and you ask me what wig I'm wearing, it's my hair with these extensions. So now I'm going to do this side. Let's check where I need to put it, about here. And on this side, I don't usually put the single one. I could, but I've got like less hair here anyway, because I have my parting on this side. But if I wanted to, I can stick this one here. Now gently brush over this one. Is actually too short. I didn't cut it very well. Looks like layers though, doesn't it? So I will smooth that over. Obviously I will have to do my back later because I don't have here another mirror to look. And I would spray it with a hairspray, not this one, but I didn't bring the other one here. I spray with something stronger. And that's how I do my hair. Do you regret it now? I've told you it's going to be painful, and it's not a joke. It's a real struggle. So, but like I said, I don't do this every single day. I do it when I want to look extra, you know? So it does take a lot of work. You don't have to do it, but you've been asking me to show you how I do my hair. So, sorry if this was very long, but that's what I do. Thank you so much for watching and stay fabulous. Bye.